I'm coordinating the Italy Exchange this year, and we are thrilled to have a wonderful group of students from the International School of Milan. There are 16 of them. They're easy to pick out today because they're wearing their red International School of Milan sweatshirts. Throughout the week, though, they'll be in regular clothes, but I still want you to reach out to them and be very, very friendly and warm. Send them to the right place if they're a little lost about where to go. You probably know that St. Mary's has had an exchange program with the International School of Milan for about 10 years now. And in the fall, a group of Italians from that school comes over here and stays with families, you and your families. And then in the spring, the children from those same families will travel over to Italy and stay with their families and tour around Italy. It's really an exciting program, especially because you get the opportunity to literally live with a family from another country and another culture. It's really interesting and fun. I want to introduce Ms. Hoffman, who's my co-leader, and she will be coordinating the trip next year. I also want to introduce the Italian chaperones, Mr. Purcell, and Signora Fernandez. Mr. Purcell is a PE teacher at ISM, and Signora Fernandez teaches, Senorita, teaches Spanish. So, one thing that I think is super impressive about these students and their school is that because they are Italian and live in Italy, their mother tongue is Italian. But their school, the instruction in their school is given in English. So they go to school in English. Imagine if you spent your whole day in your other learning in your other language. So they speak wonderful English, and they are now going to prove it to you in a presentation that they put together to teach us about their school and their country. So I hope you'll be attentive, and if you have questions, you can ask them around campus. They'll be here all week. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. I just want to say before the students start, I'd like to thank you all on behalf of the International School of Milan community. We're very grateful to be hosted by you this week, teachers and students. It's my second time on the exchange, and I think we're coming close to the 10th year of the exchange program now, so it just goes to show the fantastic experiences that have happened in the past. I know that you've got more trips on your school calendar now, and I think that's a sign of the amazing experiences that students from St. Mary's and Milan have had before, and it shows that you've expanded your interest, and now you're in such a privileged and fortunate position to be able to do these trips all around the world. So good luck with that, and thanks again, okay?
The motto of our school is for World Proud Founders, which means that during our process of being an ISM student, the school will build us a world which we can overcome in every situation.
So we have a youth campus that accommodates all of our ISM students from the pre-K to the grade 13, so the IB diploma. Our school is located in a suburb of Milan called Baranzate. The community of Baranzate is one of the most international communities because it has more than 60 nationalities that live in it.
This are some photos of our school. Our school is divided into floors. There is the A floor, B floor, C floor, and D floor. The A floor is the ground floor, which accommodates the early years. Then the B floor accommodates the primary years, and the D floor and the C floor accommodates the middle school and the high school.
These are some other photos of our school. There's the lunchroom, the theater, and the primary floor, the secondary corridor, the gym, the swimming pool, and then the soccer pitch.
Italian language.
The history of the Italian language actually represents the history of Italy itself and the people that live there. Italian is a very expressive language, and often Italian teachers ask you to sing the language with them. After school, every single student studies Italian regardless their mother language, because it is part of our language, a curriculum, MYP, and IB.
These are some Italian gestures. Italian people use gestures as a second way to communicate with each other. The most common ones are this, which means what, why, where.
Italian food. Pizza, the way we know today, it's flat bread that is cooked in the oven and Italian with like some tomato sauce and toppings on it. So pasta consists of flour, water, salt, and sometimes egg. And over the centuries, Italians invented a myriad of shapes and sauces to enhance the basic bland taste of pasta, and the most common ones are pesto and tomato sauce.
Risotto alla milanese is one of the most important staple dishes for many people in northern Italy, especially Milan. Saffron is the key ingredient for the color and flavor.
Tortoletta alla milanese is a traditional second plate of Italy, and it is usually served with salad or fries, and it is cooked fried.
Lasagne originated in Italy, in the region of Emilia-Romagna. Traditional lasagne are made of layers of pasta, sauce, and ragu or tomato. The mozzarella cheese.
Italian ice cream. If you ever visited Italy, you probably experienced creamy, delicious gelato, and there are many different flavors. Italian pastries. Salads of Italy. Italy is famous all around the world for its salads. The most popular are Versace, Armani, Valentino, Dolce & Gabbana, Gucci, and Prada. And these brands became famous in the 80s and lasted for stock market. Fashion Week. Milan Fashion Week is the most important week in Italy. People arrive from all around the world. Usually is in September and February, so that the stylists can show the collection for different seasons, spring, summer, and winter. From May to October 2015, Milan will host the World Exhibition.
Il Quadrilatero della Moda is an area in Milan that there are boutiques, jewelry shops, and showrooms. And the many important streets that form the Quadrilatero della Moda are Corso Venezia, Via della Spiga, Corso Monte Napoleone, and Via Manzoni. And the shops that are in those streets are Brunello Cucinelli, Fendi, Alberta Ferretti, Versace, Armani, and Dolce & Gabbana.
And these are some pictures of Quadrilatero della Moda.
Italian History and Geography by Leo, Luca,
Alessandro.
the Duomo.
The Duomo. The Duomo is a church and it's entirely made out of marble and attracts millions of visitors each year. And it took nearly 6 centuries to complete it. And it was a project started in 1386 and it was completed in 1965.
Il Castello di Milano. The Castello Sforzesco. It was home of the Sforza family. It got its name from the royal family which lived there. It was erected in the 15th century and now hosts many of Milan's museums and art exhibitions.
The Colosseum in Rome. The Colosseum is an amphitheater and it is the biggest in the world and it can host 75,000 people and it is also known as the Amphitheatrum flag.
Italian geography. As you can see from the picture, Italy is divided in 20 different regions, and each of these regions has its own key features for which that render it unique. And one of the most important regions is Liguria. Liguria is known for the pesto, which is a sauce that goes with pasta, fish and wine, and then the seaside that, as you can see from the picture, has very different colors, and the vegetation, which is unique. The Alps also attract millions of visitors each year, mainly for the skiing and snowboarding facilities. Also, the chocolate attracts people, as the landscapes do, as you can see from the photo. Also, the wildlife is also unique, and you can find it in other few places in the world.
Italian sports by Tiziano.
Joe.
The most popular Italian sport is soccer, and in Milan there are two very popular, very important teams, which are AC Milan and Inter Milan. And out of 100 people in Italy, 47 boys and girls play soccer, and this demonstrates the popularity of the sport. The Italian soccer team won 4 World Cups.
Italy has also a very famous motorbiker, which is Valentino Rossi. He has won 9 World Championship, 3 in the Maximum Series, which is MotoGP. He has just reached 250 races, and he races for Yamaha racing team. And he, at the moment, is second in the championship. Italy is also known for Formula 1 because Italy hosts one of the main events in the calendar, which is the Monza Grand Prix. Monza is 20 minutes north from Milan, and Formula 1 is also known because of the team Scuderia Ferrari, which is very famous, and historically is the best team ever.
This is Italian cars. This is the Fiat 500, the most common Fiat. This is the Alfa Romeo. It's the second most common car in Italy, and it was bought by the Fiat. This is the Lamborghini Aventador, made in 2010 to be the fastest Lamborghini. This is the Ferrari LaFerrari, and it was made in 2013 to be the fastest Ferrari in Italy. And this is the Maserati Alfieri, and it is a concept car of 2016, and it's like the best car from Maserati.